Okay, so let's get started with our warm-up. So we're going to start with toe to squat touches. So you're going to bend down and touch your toes, add a squat at the bottom, and then come back up. We're going to go for 30 seconds, so work at your own pace. Just really focus on trying to get low in that squat, and just think about warming up your whole body. Okay, we're going to do one more rep here, and now we're going to move into split standing toe touches. So you're going to take your legs apart, keeping your legs straight, arms out to the side, and you're just going to touch the opposite toe with the hand. Try to keep a straight back here and add a nice twist through the body. Again, just working at your own pace. Okay, one last rep here, and we're going to move into the last exercise of our warm-up, which is going to be high knees and heel flicks. We're just going to do this slowly, no need to add a jump unless you want to. So you're going to bring one knee up, followed by the other, and then try and kick your bum at the back. Having your arms out is optional, but it gives you something to aim for when you're lifting your knees up. And here's a front view as well, just so you can see what I'm doing. Just a couple more reps here and we are done with the warm-up. Okay, we're going to move straight into the main workout. So if you want to grab some water or have a quick rest, then now's time to pause the video. But today's workout is going to consist of 6 different exercises, which we're going to do back to back with no break. The first exercise we're going to do is bodyweight squats. So feet are going to come hip distance apart, weight is in your heels, chest is up nice and high. You're going to sit back into your heels, keeping that core nice and tight, and we're going for 10 reps here. So take it at your own speed. I'm just going to turn so you can see a side view, but you don't need to do this. Last couple of reps here. One more. And that's the first move done. Second one we're going to do is a wall sit. So you're going to find a wall, and you're going to have your feet about hip distance apart, weights in your heels again, and you're going to sit down to a 90-degree angle with your knees, keeping your back pushed into the wall and your weight in your heels. And we are staying here for 30 seconds. Don't forget to breathe and keep bracing that core. We've just got a few seconds left. And you are done. Well done. The next exercise is going to be step ups. We're going to do 8 reps on each leg. So you're going to try and find yourself a step or a box to stand on. This could be a chair or a staircase. And we're going to start with our right leg. So you're going to place that foot up on the step. Weight is going to go through your heel, and you're going to push up so you're standing, keeping that core nice and tight. And the down movement, you're going to take nice and slow and controlled. Just one more rep here, and then we are going to switch legs. Awesome. Okay, so taking your left leg up, weights in your heels again, core nice and tight. We're going for 8 reps again. Okay, we've got a couple more reps here, and then we are going to move into our next exercise. Beautiful. So you're going to come down to the floor, and we're going to do some glute bridges. So for this move, you're going to have your feet again about hip distance apart, weight's going to be in your heels, and you're going to push your shoulder blades down into the ground. Bum comes off the ground slightly, hands by your ears, and we're going to push up, using your glutes to squeeze at the top, which is your butt muscles. So you're going to get to the top, really squeeze your bum, and then come back down, trying not to place your bum on the ground. Okay, 2 more reps. 1, last one, 2, squeeze that bum, good. And we are going to move into our next exercise. So you're going to come up onto your feet, and we're going to work on some static lunges. So you're going to take your right leg back. You're aiming for 2 90-degree angles with your knees, okay? So chest stays up nice and high, and you're going to push your weight through that front heel. And we're going for 8 reps here. So that's 3, 4, we're halfway, 4 more. One more rep on this right leg, and now we are going to switch. So you're going to take that left leg back, nice big step back, set yourself up, chest up nice and high, and we are going for 8 more reps. So that's 2, 3, pushing up through that front heel. One more rep, and we are moving into our final exercise, which is going to be lateral bounds. So you're going to take a step to one side and a step to the other. It's just showing you there. We're going to go for 16 in total, so 8 on each leg. Now I've added a tiny little bit of a hop in, but you don't need to do that. It can just be a step, and you're just going to cross that other leg back over. So you're just putting that weight on that leg. But add that little hop in if you can. Try and challenge yourself. This one's really good for challenging your coordination and your balance as well as your strength. Okay, one more and you are done. We now have a 1-minute rest, so grab yourself some water, have a quick sit down, catch your breath, and we are going to go for another round. Okay, the 1-minute rest is nearly over, so we're going to start making our way back to our first move, which is going to be those bodyweight squats. Now with this round, I'm going to advance some of the exercises, but you don't have to do that. You can keep it as it was. So the first move was bodyweight squats. Now if you want to keep your hands at your chest, that's totally fine. Or if you want to make it a little bit harder, hands are going to come now up above your head, and you're going to squeeze those shoulder blades back. So just bringing a little bit of upper body into it. Don't forget this is your original version here, and that is totally fine if that's where you want to stay. And just one more rep. Awesome work. We're now moving into that wall sit. So just like before, you're going to come to the wall. You're going to sink down so your knees are at 90 degrees and your feet are hip distance apart, keeping that back pushed against the wall. If you're happy here, that's totally fine. If you want to make this a little bit harder, hands are going to come up now above your head. Okay, stick with it, nearly there in 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Alright, we're moving back into those step ups. Again, if you want to just step up with your hands down by your side, that is totally fine. That option is there. Just like this here, so you're going to put your weight through your heels. We're taking the right leg first. Control that downward phase. If you want to make it a little bit harder, hands are now going to come up above your head and you're going to squeeze your shoulder blades back. Make sure to keep your core tight and embraced. And control that movement as well. Last rep here, and we're going to switch legs. Nice and slowly down, good. Alright, left leg comes up. Okay, so the original version, your hands are going to be by your chest, and you're going to push up through that heel, coming down nice and slow. You want to make this a little bit harder, hands are going to come up above your head again, squeezing those shoulder blades back. Okay, nice work. Last rep, coming down nice and slow, and we are moving into our glute bridges. So you're going to come down onto the floor, feet are hip distance apart, weights in your heels, shoulder blades going to push into the floor, hands by your head, and you are going to come up. We are doing 10 reps here. So to advance this move, I'm going to add a little pulse at the top. So when you come up, it's just going to be a little pulse, come back down, not placing your bum on the floor, and then back up again. Of course, if you want to keep it at the original version, then that is totally fine, and it's just going to be up and then down. Make sure you're squeezing your glutes at the top. We've got one more rep here, and we are going to be moving into our next exercise, which is the static lunges. So back up on your feet, you're going to take your left leg back, nice big wide stance, chest up nice and high, creating those two 90-degree angles with your knees and pushing up through that front heel. So your original version is keeping your hands by your chest. If you want to make this harder though, hands are going to come up above your head now. Squeezing your shoulder blades back together. One more rep. And we are switching legs. So right leg's going to come back, nice big stance, chest up nice and high. Of course, your regular version is going to be hands at your chest, coming down into that lunge and pushing up through that front leg. To make this more difficult, hands are going to come up above your head. So that's 4. We've got 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1 more. And you're done. Okay, moving into our last exercise now for round 2. We're going to move into our lateral bounds. So this is the original version here, just stepping. If you want to make this a little bit more difficult, we're going to add a jump. So you're going to be really challenging your balance and coordination, and also having to land softly. So try to land with your weight in your heels, keeping that core nice and tight. And the bigger the jump is, the harder this exercise is going to become. Okay, good job guys. You've got a 1 minute rest now, so grab some water and catch your breath. Okay, just a couple more seconds of your rest left, and we're going into our last round of exercise, starting with bodyweight squats. So again, I'm going to advance these exercises, but it's up to you which version you want to try. So to advance these bodyweight squats, yet again, we're going to add a jump now into jump squats. So when you're going to come up, you're going to explode up, bringing your feet off the ground. Again, of course, if you want to just leave it here at a regular bodyweight squat, that is totally fine. Last rep here. Nice work, and we are going to move into our wall sit. So you're going to take it back to the wall, sink down so your knees are at a 90-degree angle, feet are hip distance apart. We're here for 30 seconds. Don't forget, if you want to make this harder, hands are going to come up above your head. If you're looking to advance this even more, you're going to bring your heels off the ground and stay up on your tippy toes. Couple more seconds here, and we're going to be moving into our step ups. Nice work. Okay, coming into our step ups, right leg's going to come up on the step. Don't forget, regular option, hand by chest. To make it a bit more difficult, hands are going to come above your head. Or for the final option, you're now going to drive that knee up to your chest, still coming down in a nice controlled manner. Obviously, this is completely optional, and if you're challenged enough by keeping your hands at your chest, that is exactly where you should stay. As long as you're challenging yourself, that's the main thing. Okay, one more rep here. Nice work. All right, moving into our glute bridges. So coming down onto the floor, feet are hip distance apart, weights in your heels. Pushing those shoulder blades into the ground, hands by your ears. And we're going to add that pulse again at the top. So pulse up and then down. Again, just going up and then straight back down is completely fine if that's going to challenge you. One more rep here. Awesome. And we're going to move into our lunges. Okay, so set yourselves up. Left leg comes back. Nice big step back. Chest is up nice and high. Embrace that core. And you're going to come down 2 90-degree angles, pushing up through that front leg. Your intermediate option is to have your hands up above your head. And if you want to advance it even further, we're now going to add a little jump at the top. So you're going to explode up, keeping those hands above your head, or you can keep them at your chest. It's completely up to you. This is your last rep, and we are switching legs. So right leg's going to come back, chest up nice and high. Pick your option that's right for you, and we are going for 8 reps. So that's 1, 2, 3, keeping that core nice and tight. 1 more rep here. Nice work. All right, moving into our final exercise. I'm just going to move this out of the way. And we're going into lateral bounds. So you have the option to step the lateral bound, or you can start to add a little jump. To advance this again, we're going to now add some arms into it. So I'm actually going to show you the whole 16 reps with the arms. So we're going to use the momentum from our arms to really throw ourselves across, and it's going to be a much bigger jump this time, really catching ourselves and having to bend and squat down when we land it. Obviously the option is completely up to you, so pick the difficulty that's going to be right for you and the most challenging. Nice work, and you are done. We are going to move into a stretch. If you want to have some water, you can pause the video now and go and grab some. Otherwise, we are jumping straight into our cool down stretch. So you're going to come down face on the floor and hands up beneath your shoulders. Push up into upward facing dog, bringing that head up nice and high, chest facing forward. Nice work. Right, you're going to sit back, bring your right leg forward and lean into that front leg into a deep low lunge. Place your hands on your knees and you're going to push back. And switch legs. Left leg comes forward, leaning in, hands on your knees, and you're going to push back. Now you're going to roll over and sit down on the floor. You're going to bend your left leg and bring your right ankle across your left knee, pushing that right knee out. Now this might be enough of a stretch for you, but if not, you can reach through to the back of your leg, or if you've got the flexibility, to your shin. Head comes down to the floor. Maybe just a better kind of We're going to switch, so right leg comes to the ground, left ankle comes in, and push that knee out, reaching through to the option that's right for you. Okay, moving into a bit of a back stretch, you're going to extend that left leg out, right knee stays bent, and you're going to bend that leg over your left leg, bringing your right arm out to the right side of you, and you're facing out towards your hand. Aim is to get your knee and your shoulder onto the ground. Switching side, right leg extends out, left leg bends and comes across, left arm comes out to the other side and facing your left. Okay, nice work. We're going to come up to standing nice and slowly. Legs are going to come out wide, and with straight legs, you're going to bend over and run your hands from your left to your right feet. Now you're just going to interlace your fingers, feet are going to come together, arms above your head, and you're going to lean over to your right, and then over to your left. finally, you're just going to come and take your hands down towards the floor. Try and touch your toes or the floor or whatever you can manage. Thanks so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed this workout, and I will see you again in the next one.